Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure diorama review. Today, we're going to be looking at the FEXT System Train diorama. This should be the interior of a subway train. I think it will attach to a previously released FEXT diorama, but we'll check all that out later in the video. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the front, FEXT System Train diorama, FEXT Hobby. These FEXT dioramas, they're for 6-inch scale figures. They're on the smaller end of things. They're definitely not going to work for your 7-inch stuff, but they should work fine for Marvel Legends, SH Figure Arts, Mayfix, that type of stuff. One side, train diorama. Other side, same thing. At the back, you can see the subway train. It's the interior. I believe this right here is everything you're going to get in this set. Now, I do have the previous railway station. I think they work together. We'll find out soon. Bunch of credits here. So no further ado, let's open it up. Alright, now that we got this thing out of the package, here it is laid out in front of you. Looks like it's going to be a long assembly. We have floor pieces, wall pieces, ceiling pieces, pipes, rails, everything you can imagine. Sure hope this thing looks as good as it does on the package. So, let's go ahead and get everything out of the plastic baggies, start building. We're going to have to utilize the instruction manual, of course, as this is way too complicated to do by itself. Oh wow, it's going up to step 51. Well, let's start with step number 1. It also has a sticker decal sheet if you want to add some personality and details to the inside of the subway. I'm going to pass for now, but nice options for the future. So the first part is to put the seats together. We'll start off with these little pieces. There are 2 sets. They're the same. You're going to want to sort of connect this little clip inside of here and have 2 pieces just like this. Next, we'll be attaching these 2 things to the sides of the seats. Each one will clip on like so. Now the seat looks like this. Next, to attach these pieces around the seat, on top and the windows on the side. At this point, your seat is fully assembled and will look like this. Next, to assemble the base of the train, I laid out 12 of these floor pieces, specifically putting the gray in this section. You'll need, I believe, 13 of these pieces, 9 of these, and 1 corner piece. Went ahead and flipped this thing upside down. It does also look like I'm going to need 2 of these pieces and 2 of these pieces. Now let's get the floor secured. Here are all of the flat, transparent Lego type pieces attached to the bottom. Now we have the base fully secured. Let's flip it upside down and then attach all these type pieces and the corner piece. Now your subway base will look like this. Then you'll want to attach this back wall here with the window here, and you'll secure it with a few of these pieces here. Here's the back side of the back wall. Now let's attach it to the base. And this is how everything's starting to look at this point. Starting to take a little bit of shape. Now you'll want to attach this side wall. It's got some emergency instructions, how to escape through the window if needed, and you'll secure them with these pieces. Here's how the back of the side wall should look. Let's attach it to the base, and it'll look like this now. Now let's take this wall panel and a couple of pieces to secure it. Here's how the back of that piece should look. Now let's attach it to the base, and here we go now, one step closer. Now to put the floor together, you'll need 12 of these clear pieces, 10 of these pieces, and 19 of these pieces. I laid out these clear pieces on the table. Let's flip them upside down and attach the Lego type pieces that will secure them together. Now I flipped it upside down, attached all these extra pieces. Turned out I only needed 10 of these clear pieces. Save these 2 for later. This is how it looks on the bottom so far. Now it looks like these 5 pieces are going to connect these rectangle shapes onto these over here. But the direction is getting a little confusing at this point. We'll see. I believe it's supposed to look like this, but I'm a little unsure at this point. I think it's like this, but I'm truly getting a little bit lost here. If it doesn't work moving forward, I'll know I have to backtrack. Now we take the 2 pieces like this. I believe we'll insert them like that on the top. I don't think they'll stay securely until we have something else installed. Then we'll get the last two clear ceiling pieces. Insert these two things like that. So I've been following the steps to the T, and there are three pieces that don't make sense to me. These two pieces like this, they fit on the top here somewhere, but just doesn't make sense. I'm hoping as I continue through this, there will be some light shed onto that. And this piece of the tube magnets, it'll fit in the bottom and attach up here, but I just don't see why. Next, we'll attach this transparent post. It's got a little Lego brick piece at the top. It'll go in the corner here. So it looks like my whole issue was these clear pieces need to be up one peg, not directly connected to the walls. As I'm backtracking, adding in the roof piece again, these pieces now make sense. They're going to fit up here, fill in that little gap, and it makes a little bit more sense now. Let's add in this support pillar. Got this transparent pillar with this Lego brick piece attached. We're going to put it onto the side here, giving it just a little bit more support. Now let's flip this thing to the back side, and we're going to attach some of those magnets. Keep in mind on these magnets, the side with the marker is going to be on the outside. There's a little diagram showing you just where to put them. We'll start out with this wall right here. Now we've attached a magnet onto the back side of this wall. Let's do the same onto the right wall. And here they are. These two have the markings on the inside, the rest of them on the outside. Now I'll take these few wall pieces, add them to the back of the train where the window is. Now it looks like this on the outside. We'll attach this piece to the outer wall here, looking like this now, and then these two pieces to the side or the back of the train, thus making the back side of the train, on the outside anyway. Now to attach the window pieces. This is going to be the outside of the train. This is going to be the inside with the handle there. You'll connect them like this, with the glass piece in the middle. We're going to have to put one on the inside of the train and one from the back outside of the train. So I've got one side attached on the inside of the train. Turn around. We'll slap this piece on the back, but putting the window in between. And window attached successfully. Now to attach these 5 pieces onto the interior of the roof of the train. Here's how this will look onto the roof of the train. Now we'll take a bunch of these pieces, these poles, little connections at the top and the bottom, connectors between each other, and some of these handles, and make some of the poles, railing, and handles for the passengers. Now the train looks like this. We have some handles, some rails, some safeguards for the passengers. Now to attach these doors. We're going to do that from the exterior, but here's how they'll look from the inside. Yellow on the out, black on the in. Now these doors are attached. They're simply magnetized. You can easily pull them off, and you can magnetize them to the next pieces as if the doors had just slid open. Pretty cool feature, although it would have been nice if they could actually just slide open and shut. Here's the thing for the front, fully assembled, doors and all. Now let's add in the bench. Now I've added in the bench, and this is the subway train pretty much fully assembled. Now there are several pieces I didn't end up using. I find that a little odd. Here are all the pieces I didn't use. Now I understand you can put 2 of these subway trains next to each other, connect them to make a larger train. Some of these pieces may be used for that. I'm going to go ahead and take some of these rectangular clear pieces and add some more stability to the rooftop there. And there you have it. Subway train complete. Added a few extra pieces to the rooftop. Now it's even more sturdy and durable. Next, let's check out the measurements of this thing. So now let's check out the measurements, in case you're wondering how big it is to accommodate. So, as far as how wide it is, about 21.5 inches wide. As far as how tall it is, about 8 inches tall. And as far as how deep it is, about 7.5 inches deep. Now for the action features, we have a bench your figures can sit into. Behind it, a window so they can look out or look inside. Then you've got these bars. They have handles there, they're loose, they can move around, your figures can hold on to them. Then we have the back doors here. They have windows, figures can look out or in. And the doors, They don't exactly function, but you can open them. Here it is with the doors open. And here's a look at the back side, the exterior with the doors open. And that's about it as far as the action features go. Now, let's get some guys in this thing. Let's set up a couple of different action figure scenarios that make sense with the subway train. And after that, we'll check this thing out with a wide variety of different action figure lines so you can see how this fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know if it'll accommodate what you collect. Here's a Patriot Studios Joaquin Phoenix Joker, reenacting the scene when he's on the subway. Those three guys are beating him up, and he decides to fight back for once. And here's an image of the Felix Toys Joaquin Phoenix Joker. He's got that clown mask on top of his Joker makeup, just like in the film when he was in a crowded subway and he escaped just like that. Take out the Joker, and you just got a bunch of regular people going to work, going about their days, minding their business, living their lives. Say we've got this young woman on the subway. It's late at night. She's on her way home from work. She's alone. This man starts to bother her. She tries simply ignoring him at first, and then some other men sneak up behind her. She can tell they're with this guy. At this point, she's terrified. She's heard horror stories of things happening on subway trains late at night, but never thought it could happen to her. Now, Batman has also heard of these horrible things happening on the subway trains. He's going to put an end to it once and for all. He immediately pulls one of them through the subway window. The other two are really confused. Batman's barreling through the window. He's going to make short work of these two lowlifes. Batman wants to leave a lasting impression with this leader. He knows if he hurts him just the right way, he'll stay scared. He'll stay scared for a long time. Now it's curious how this thing might work if you try to connect it to the FEXT System Railroad Concourse. And, I mean, it looks okay. It kind of works. The fact that there's a train here and another train on the background of the diorama, it's really not that off. A lot of subways have numerous trains next to each other. Here's how the backside would look with the train and the diorama. You can see how the passengers can come off the train and onto the walkway. The side view, not too bad. Now let's check it out. Next to some action figures from different various companies to see how it fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you don't know which lines you can use with this thing. Now it's definitely intended more so for these 6-inch scale figures. It is labeled as 1/12 scale, and true 1/12 scale are figures at the 6.0 inches. It's good for Figma, SH Figure Arts, Marvel Legends, probably Mafex, probably not much above that. I want to start off my comparisons with some of these smaller action figure lines I collect. They work way larger. Here are some Jazzwares Fortnite figures, some SH Figure Arts action figures, and some Hasbro Marvel Legends. They fit this thing pretty nicely. Now the big bar in the back does kind of hurt the height, and a lot of the figures have to go behind it. Have in mind just to take that thing out of here. Then, here's some Mafex figures, some Mattel DC Universe Classics figures, and some Mezco 1/12 collective figures. Surprisingly, they all fit this thing pretty nicely. And here are some Jazzwares AEW wrestling figures, some Mattel wrestlers, and then some NECA figures. Kind of a tight squeeze with the wrestlers, but they fit. Couldn't get the NECA figures fit in there. They're standing in front of the train. And finally, here are some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures, some McFarlane toys, and some DST or Diamond Select toys. Surprisingly, both the DC Direct figures fit inside this thing. Neither McFarlane figure does. And both the Diamond Select figures I chose fit in this. And just because they fit, doesn't mean they scale up good with this thing. These DC Direct and Diamond Select figures, their heads are pretty much touching the ceiling. Kind of far-fetched, but fudgeable. So it's a pretty nice diorama. It's pretty nice to have the inside of a subway train. I can think of a ton of different urban city type setups for Batman to be taking people on the subways. Now, the instructions suck. There were some really frustrating parts there. I don't really like the roof. It looks fine from the inside for the most part, but on the top, it just looks like a bunch of Lego pieces. It'd be cool if it had a finished top, and you could have your action figures fighting on top of the subway as well as inside. Inside does look good. A little bit smaller than I'd like, but it's definitely exactly like I said it was going to be, 1/12 scale. The bench in the back, it's nice, but the windows fall off pretty easily. The bars kind of get in the way. Thing is pretty stable. I mean, if I threw it on the floor, it'd fall apart. But I can lift it up, drag it around, and I don't really have much to worry about there. It's going to be a great addition to certain action figure photography, but I just wish it was a little bit larger to accommodate some of my 7-inch figures. If I had to rate this thing, it's a hard choice. I think I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, and maybe it deserves a little bit lower, but I'm enjoying this quite a bit. I think it looks pretty good. I just don't like some of the sort of Lego aspects of it. Kind of takes you out of the realism part. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure diorama and action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.